Little Dogs and Big Bears, Outer Edge, Friend or Foe, Lesson 7. Let's begin with a joke. How can you tell the difference between a black bear and a grizzly bear? First, get the bear really angry with you. Then, find a tree and climb it. If the bear climbs up after you and eats you, it's a black bear. If the bear knocks the tree over and eats you, it's a grizzly bear. Getting a bear mad at you, of course, is crazy. Bears are powerful animals. Their teeth and claws are deadly. But if anyone did want to get a bear angry, there is one foolproof way to do it. Just get between a mother bear and her cub. A mother bear will always attack if she thinks someone is about to hurt her baby. Paul Guitard did not mean to scare a bear cub. He did it by accident. Guitard lived in Canada. He owned sled dogs. These dogs are not particularly big. A Siberian Husky weighs only about 60 pounds. They are strong and they are tough. Working as a team, they can pull a very heavy load. They can go many miles without a rest. One summer day in 1990, Guitard took his dogs out for a run through the woods. After about 2 miles, a bear suddenly appeared. I looked over and saw 2 cubs on the path, Guitard said. By mistake, he had come between a mother and her cubs. Guitard knew all about bears. Uh-oh, he thought to himself, now I'm in big trouble. The bear attacked Guitard, biting him on the leg and arm. Guitard's dog team ran on without him. But after 100 yards, the lead dog stopped. This dog had a bear's name, Grizzly. Grizzly looked back and saw what was happening. Although he was still tied to the other dogs, he turned around. He came racing toward the bear, dragging the other dogs with him. The bear was much bigger and heavier than Grizzly was, but the courageous dog kept on coming. He was ready to lay down his life to save his owner. The bear let go of Guitard to confront the dog. Guitard ran away and began climbing the nearest tree. But that move did not make him safe. The bear was a black bear. It too could climb trees. Before Guitard got very high, the bear came after him again. It reached up, caught hold of Guitard's right leg, and bit it. I was kicking her with my other foot, trying to make her let me go, said Guitard. At that point, Grizzly moved in. He snapped and bit at the bear until it let go of Guitard's leg. Guitard then climbed higher. He was bleeding badly from his wounds and was in great pain. Meanwhile, Grizzly was trying to drive the bear away. He planted himself at the base of the tree and stood guard there. Each time the bear approached, Grizzly fought it off. Grizzly fought the bear for almost 7 hours. At last, Guitard's friends came looking for him. He shouted to them, telling them to get a gun. When they returned with one, the bear charged them. It had no choice but to shoot it. Guitard's wounds healed, and so did Grizzly's. The bear claws had cut Grizzly's nose, but other than that, he was in good shape. I wouldn't be here if it weren't for that dog, said Guitard. I'd be dead. That bear would have killed me. Don Mobley ran into the same kind of trouble. Except in this case, the bear was a grizzly. These bears are even bigger than black bears. Adult grizzlies don't climb trees. They're too big. But on the ground, they will fight fiercely. In fact, they are the fiercest of all bears. In 2002, Mobley was gathering firewood near his home in Alaska. Luckily, he had his dog Shadow with him. Shadow was a German Shepherd. Like Paul Guitard's dog, Shadow would do anything to protect his owner. As Mobley picked up the wood, he saw a cub. The little bear was only 15 feet away. Knowing the mother would be close by, Mobley looked around. All at once, a huge grizzly bear jumped over a log and rushed straight at him. She growled and came at me, said Mobley. Mobley ran for a nearby river. I didn't think I had any choice, he said. I was going to get mauled. Mobley knew he could not run the bear, but he hoped to get to the river before the bear got to him. Perhaps the bear would give up, but the bear was gaining. It was within 10 feet of Mobley when suddenly, from out of nowhere, Shadow leaped at the bear. Barking wildly, the dog chased the bear back into the woods. A few seconds later, Shadow came back. The dog was cut behind the ears, where the bear had either clawed or bitten him. Somehow, Shadow had chased it away. He's a really tough dog, said Mobley. The only thing that saved me was my dog. Both Grizzly and Shadow had saved the lives of the ones they loved. In that sense, they were like the bears themselves. They were just protecting their families.